Alright, here we go. We are continuing with patch 5.2 in Final Fantasy XIV. We are still postponing the confrontation with the ruby weapon in Cinder Drift because we don't have enough eye level. So instead we are working on the main scenario quest. A whale's tail. Ha, this is going to be a trial, isn't it? Urianger has a mind to call an old friend. I can tell it's going to be a trial because it's rewarding materia. All of the dungeons and trials reward materia. Though our course hath been decided, to pursue it we must needs beseech the aid of a friend. I speak of Bismarck. Pray follow me to Sullen that we might seek an audience with him once more. Well, Alphino has a formal goodbye. You need not believe in the will of the ancients to receive their guidance. Like the tide and the current, it is always there. Wait, I think you said that before. So we are now going back to Lakeland. Why do I have a feeling they're gonna make us fight Bismarck again? I did the Bismarck trial once before. I think I did it exactly one time and have not touched it since then. I think that's the one where I think at one point you run on his back or something? Something like that? I don't know. I may have done it more than once. But I never really studied that fight. I just kind of did it enough to get through the story, and that was it. But I am suspicious that we will be doing that fight again. You know, you could probably make an argument that there's been a fair amount of recycled content in Shadowbringers. I feel like that would be a fair point to make. Checking my gear to make sure I have everything repaired. I still hear my sound glitching occasionally, which I don't know if that's my gaming PC or the Elgato capture card. What now, Urianger? From here we press onward to the Isle of Ken. Ken's Isle, if you will. I myself shall proceed on foot. You've perfected your technique, then? Just so. The water will be as glass beneath my feet, and provideth purchase fragile yet true. Watch closely. Obviously it's going to fail, and he's going to splash in the water, and it's going to be a very funny comedic moment. Oh, I certainly shall watch, says Istola, skeptically. Forgive me, but would it not be easier to perfect your swimming technique? Says Alize, sarcastically. It would be a pity if you drowned, truly, says Thancred. Oh hush, I'm sure it'll be brilliant, says Reen, positively, optimistically. Thank you, Reen, for believing in me. The only one of my fellow Scions to believe in me. Well, He's done it! Yay! Incredible! And... oh man, they're really missing out on a chance for comedy gold here. Oh, okay. Urianger! For the love of... oh man. Mine apologies. The technique requireth the purest of focus, and mine, that 'twas lacking. To perfect this magic, I went so far as to deal with the Fouth, and with their aid, mine efforts finally met with success, albeit on a single occasion. Oh, cheer up, old boy. It's fine. I know not why I cannot repeat it. I thought I saw you waver a bit there toward the end. Perhaps you're simply tired? Ah. Oh, I have a headache. Thancred? I suddenly have a headache. Just like Urianger did. It's nothing to worry about, only a dizzy spell. Though it may not be wise to go for another swim just now. Why are we all getting headaches suddenly? Thankfully, we have an alternative. A wonderful little invention, I'm certain you'll agree. It's called a boat. Oh, hey, we've made it across the water, just like that. That was easy. Do you think those two are really all right? Perhaps we should take a moment to rest. Before you make some quip about age catching up with me, you'd be out of breath too if you were to drag Urianger out of the sea without so much as a warm-up. What sort of dealings with the Fouth, I wonder? I must admit I'd been keen to attempt walking on water myself, though I know what Alizé would say. I'll stick to swimming, thank you very much. I'm worried about Thancred and Urianger. They're getting headaches. That means their bodies must be dying over there in the source. I will petition Bismarck's aid on our behalf. Let us pray my diplomacy proveth more effective than mine experimental magics. You speak with the voice of the king, little neighbors. I will not deny you. As before, if you seek what sleeps beneath the sea, I will be your guide. Thy kindness is as boundless as the depths, Serene One. Before we depart, however, I would ask a favor. After our last flight, I found many creatures clinging to me. I am itchy. Remove them, and I will take you below. With all haste shall it be done. So, did he agree? Aye, though I agreed to a favour in kind. Regrettably, 'tis not one I possess the power to grant. Bismarck hath asked us to cleanse his underbelly of barnacles. Alas, one must needs dive beneath the surface to do so. Even if I could master the power to walk upon it, it would avail me not. Oh, for heaven's sake, is that all? Tiav and I are more than capable of that. What? With the Kojin's blessing, we'll have done with it in moments. And better that than standing here and listening to this nonsense. I'll take the right, you the left. Now, go! Okay. I don't know what's wrong with her. I am in your debt. Sure. I don't understand why LSA's yelling at us all of a sudden, but... Psst. I think Thancred's embarrassed. Yes, I'm perfectly well recovered, thank you. It's a minor miracle that we accomplish anything at all, wouldn't you say? Mine apologies, this venture hath not proceeded as smoothly as I had hoped. None of us is as much of a match. None of us is much of a match for Alice when she's like this, aside from Ishtola, perhaps. So, I guess we just jump in the water and kill stuff. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. I can't get into the water. There we go. How do we go down? Is it control space? Some crazy key combination like that? It is control space. There's a tenacious barnacle. Too far away. I'm right next to it. After a good deal of prying from various angles, you dislodge the barnacle. Still too far away, man. And one more. Wait, where's the other one? There it is. I've dislodged all 3 barnacles. Now to return. Can I get on my chocobo from here? And fly from the water! Hooray, I did it. Alice's back. Well, that was disgusting. I pray will not be required to attend any other matters of personal hygiene. The power to breathe underwater seems most convenient. Mayhap the Kojin might be persuaded to grant me it when we return to the source. I can swim, after all. I take it you finished. Would you please keep an eye on Thancred and Urianger? I'm still not convinced they're all right. Apologies for sitting this one out, but it did seem more appropriate for those of you with the Kojin's blessing to handle it. Yes, it's fine, Thancred. Thine efforts are most sincerely appreciated. I will inform Bismarck that we may depart without further delay. Much better. Thank you, little neighbors. I remember a long time ago, another did this favor for me. After the flood, when I chose this spot for my slumber, he came and made a home on my back. Ken was his name. It really is Ken's Isle, like Thancred said. That's hilarious. When I grew itchy, I stirred, but he was not afraid. No, he asked me what was wrong. I told him of the creatures clinging to my belly, and he dove into the water. He helped me. He was my friend. He told me he wished to live in peace, away from his people and their wars. This I understood. I treasured our time together, brief though it was, brief though it always is. But I remember him and how he laughed when we flew. I remember when he slept. I too slept that day and many days since. But the light fades and the darkness returns. Ken sleeps, but in memory he laughs, and together we fly, and I am here, I am awake. It feels good to speak and to be heard again. A shame others cannot understand me. If thou art willing to learn, I would gladly teach thee the language of men. Thank you, little friend, but it is time I grant you your request. But first, I will take flight to cleanse my body and prepare. The dive will be swift, and I would not have you struck by errant debris. So this island was named for a man. How easily the past is forgotten. He passed not even 100 years ago, yet the truth has slipped from history, like so many grains of sand. Might I have some explanation of what he just said, or shall we all stand about making vague and mysterious allusions? While he maketh ready to deliver us unto our destination, Bismarck bade us wait for him on the shore of Calusia. That's all? I feel as though there was more to it. Indeed there was, but it hath no bearing on the task at hand. I should be glad to share the rest with you anon. Fine. Later then. If Bismarck requires time to prepare, might I suggest a short respite for Urianger and Thancred in particular? I require no such thing. I am the picture of perfect health. Mine was but a momentary lapse in concentration. Worry not on my account. You mustn't push yourself so. Please rest. For me. Please. I beg of you. Oh, all right, if you insist. Well, all right. You too, Tiov. You've been running yourself ragged. But I feel fine. Meow, 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 meow. Just go quietly, Tiov. Trust me. All right. In that case, I leave the old men in your care. The rest of us will meet you at the Split Hull anon. Word of advice, never let it show. When she realizes she struck a nerve, she remembers. By the gods, she remembers. In any case, we must be made to rest. If we must be made to rest, I know a place in Sullen that's better than it... In any case, if we must be made to rest, I know a place in Sullen that's better for it than most. Come with me. Wait, I thought there was going to be some sort of trial or something. With age cometh wisdom, or so I pray. What is Yalmet talking about over here? Oh, I remember. She was yelling at her husband or something. Did you even thank the artisan at the Iron Bellows who repaired your fishing rod? I thought as much. Wait here, I'll bring some dried fish that you can take there as a token of thanks. That's different from what she said before. She was yelling at him about sleeping too late or something. I may as well have a seat. We wouldn't want our elderly knees to give out. Where's this going? What are we talking about here? To hear her speak, you'd think I'm on my deathbed. By the 12, I wish that girl wouldn't worry so much. Thy countenance belies thy words, Master Thancred. What? I'm sure I don't know what you mean. Let the record show that I am here under protest. Though I can't say I mind the view. And if the abundance of anglers is any indication, even an amateur might land an impressive catch. Shall we try our hands at it? Help! Someone! Quickly! It's Nightshade! We was attacked on the road from the Crystarium. Barely escaped with me life. I suppose we might have predicted this. You mean you'll help? For free? Thank you. If I recall correctly, Nightshade is a local band of outlaws. Yes. I doubt they'll trouble us over much, no more than they already have by interrupting our relaxation at any rate. We was ambushed. I ran, but my friend, he wasn't fast enough. Don't worry, we'll save the day. Wait, how do we get there? There's a cliff in the way. Why did you run all the way here for help? All these other people could have helped you. Where? He ran 1,000,000 miles away. Oh, there's been... What is happening here? There's been a moida. Can you believe this? I don't even have anything worth stealing. Never fear, Nightshade ain't no match for the guard. Oh, it's Thaler. Fortunately, this wasn't clever enough to bring support. This one wasn't clever enough to bring support. All save our miscreant appear unharmed. These two have matters well in hand by the looks of it. I'll not forget this kindness. May we meet again. It was all in a day's work. Hello. Is that you, milady? Don't tell me we just deprived that poor fellow the honor of being rescued by the Warrior of Darkness. We had no idea you were in the area. Fancy us meeting again so soon, eh? Why, I believe I even recognize your companion. Huh? Ah, yes, from the infirmary. You had a message for the Crystal Exarch, did you not? It's good to see you back on your feet, and on patrol no less. Oh, it's nothing as official as all that. Strictly speaking, we're off duty. But as we had a free moment, we thought we'd give a few of the less traveled roads a look. The guard doesn't have hands enough to patrol them regularly, you see. That's admirable. There are few so devoted to their duty, in Lakeland or beyond.
Yeah, I think they complimented us.
Well, we've been talking about it for a while, and neither of us is satisfied with just seeing out our service. Feels like we could be doing more, like we should be doing more. Hey, you guys can start a Scions of the Seventh Dawn branch over here in the First.
It's all about having the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
I remember you. You're the excitable one. Meow 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 meow.
Oh, yes. Sorry, milady, I got a bit overexcited the other day. Couldn't get my words out. My name's Vonard, milady. I'm with the Guard, but I don't just want to protect Lakeland. I want to protect the lot, just like the Warriors of Light.
Uh-oh. Sadly, our duties prevent us from venturing too far from our little corner of Norvrent. What we'd really like to do is travel, to better ourselves, and go where the need is greatest. But everyone has to start somewhere, don't they? For now, if we can stop Nightshade from robbing the odd fisherman, then that's what we'll do. Well, well, future heroes of the First, do you think? They want not for spirit. 'Tis but a pity they draw inspiration from so clouded a wellspring. Yet it avail us not to fret in idleness. We must needs press on if we are to bring Ulydibus's schemes to light. A whale's tale is complete. Without having to do a trial or dungeon or anything. I think they faked me out. They made me think it was going to be a trial or a dungeon, but it wasn't. It pains me to think that men with such pure intent are being made to serve Ascian ends, however directly. But they're right, the people need heroes. Well, we'll see about that. What is going on with their headaches? And will their headaches lead to their deaths? Will we ride Bismarck into the sea again and destroy another environment, another underwater environment? Will the Warrior of Light bring chaos and destruction to this world? Only time will tell. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode of me playing patch 5.2.